Blog Talk Radio. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to Real Talk, Real Plans with ReRe, and
I'm JC.
Hi, JC. That was the weirdest, right?
Wait, what?
I said that was the weirdest.
The weirdest, like, re-intro, or
just
was I
doing
weird?
doing it a second time.
Yeah. The outro, intro, like, restarting. I was like, do I have enough time for a bio break? Like, I don't think so. We're just gonna hold it, and here I am.
Right.
Wait.
I made it really short. Not really short, but short enough, of course. And, I had to actually create it from scratch. So I was like, okay. How can I do this?
You're a hero and my friend.
I'm a hero. And when a hero comes along. Okay. So we were talking about on the last episode where ReRe rambled way too long. That's what I should have named this one. I think I might change the name to ReRe rambled way too long. What we were talking about was the Planner Boss Collective Sale, which is coming up. It is their winter sale, and it will be happening next weekend, or I guess this weekend, January 26th through the 28th. And there are 54 shops that are in the sale.
Or something that.
Or something like that, close to that.
Do you like, keep counting after 30? Like, oh no.
Oh, I know. I mean, I'm looking at the website while we're on, and I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Hold one moment. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, it's Monica.
Hi, Monica. So we are joined also with Penny Pincher Planner, Monica, and she's going to help us with our 9-month mayhem, which is why we had to do it again, because I cannot let Coco down. I cannot leave you guys hanging without the 9-month mayhem update, because I've been doing my research. But first I wanted to talk about what my top 3 shops are, and I'm going to go with the top 3 highest discounts.
Okay.
And my worry with that, right? Okay, so the highest discount that I have seen is 40% off. They are from a couple shops that a couple shops that I have seen. One of them I've never heard of. It's called Design Gardenia.
Oh yeah, have the hedgehog.
Yes. Okay. So they are 40% off. I had never seen them. They seem to sell like clips and charms. They have a hedgehog. They have a singing cat, maybe a panda bear or something. Their stuff looks really cutesy. I think it's all hand drawn, and it's kind of cute. She says she has an unwavering love for critters, and so it is very apparent in her shop style. But she will be 40% off. My girl, who else do I have on my list? I have someone named Moxie Chick, or a shop, Moxie Chick Studio, is also 40% off. However, they have a big Exclusions apply. Um, thing. So you might not be able to get everything out. So it says for this, wait a minute. This is clickbait. It says that she, for the sale, she'll be offering 35% off stickers and 15% off accessories. That neither of those sound like 40% off. She's off my list. Off with her head.
It sounds like a combo 40.
Okay.
Maybe after a 40, after drinking a 40 and shopping, you know.
Okay. Ooh, a 40. Okay. Pretty Cute Planner has 40% off. Now listen, I like Pretty Cute Planner. They have some really cute pretty cute. I didn't mean that way either. It just came out. But they have like really cute sayings like for your monthly remix and they have kits like standard vertical kits. I gave lots of them to Big Plans with Bug. And she's been using them and I really like the way they look in her planner. She does a lot with, you can layer with them. I did do a few of those where you could like put the box down and layer them. They're not like clip art. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I'm sure it is some kind of clip art, but it's nothing like the AI clip art. It's none of that. It all looks doodly, but it's really cute. And the boxes all seem very decorative.
Which shop is that again? Pretty Cute Planner?
Yeah. Maybe you could explain it better. But she does have a lot of cute sayings on her 4x6 sticker sheets. You get about between 6 and 12 sayings that, you know, you can just stick when you need that empty white space that we were just talking about filled in.
Yeah, I think they're unique. Like they're like, it's like there's like a little frog with some middle fingers up that's like, fuck this shit, frog. And you know, it's just kind of like it's like little sayings or, you know, people, or not people, but like but not creatures either, you know what I mean? It's like stuff that would I would normally expect to be on like a vinyl sticker, but in a smaller version that use as like a filler, like we were talking about earlier, like when, you know, maybe you don't use all the space and you know, so you throw something in there, like say you read a bunch that day, you know, books cheaper than therapy, twice as effective,
right,
or whatever.
I like that. So another thing that I wanted to point out, so those are my shops with the biggest discount. But I did want to talk about some of the big names that are in the shop that you hear all the time, just to get people to come to the site and maybe check out a shop that's new to you. I saw a couple new to me shops, Sammy Doodle Designs. They are known for their wacky holidays and hand-drawn doodles. River and Ink is not new to me, but I love the artwork there. I've only purchased. Say again. I'm sorry.
I love her stuff. I've been a customer of hers for years, and it's all hand drawn. It is like cuter, like it's definitely like more doodly and cute, but it is like just so cool. Everything that she creates, like she'll doodle the boxes like to match the specific kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I really loved their Pride collection when Paper House or Michaels or whoever did it. I had lots of it and I really loved it and looked into it and never bought anything, but I think I'm going to definitely check them out. But I mean, Shine Sticker Studio is in there. Stardust stickers is also 40% off. She had some really cool Harry Potter stickers when we went to Planet Memory Social at Hogwarts last year. Ooh, did you know that Planner Memory Social released their Hogwarts date this year?
I did.
I saw that on social media.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
I considered.
You should consider it.
Yeah, but it's Florida. I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Disney.
It's Georgia.
Okay, Georgia I can do. I've been wanting to go to strip clubs over there, so maybe.
We can hit up Magic City.
Yeah, I need like Disney. I need some kind of magic, adult magic or Disney magic, one or the other.
And it's not gonna be like a whole ton of people. I think she's planning for like maybe 100, and so that's way smaller than like Go Wild, much more intimate, and you get to do stuff for 3 whole days. It's going to be really nice. She's doing a raffle where you can buy a $35 raffle ticket for a chance to like win, and you get a couple of other. I forget what all the prizes are, but that was an option.
We're gonna have to see the date so I can,
mark it in the planner.
Get sick.
Make it happen.
Because I gotta fly.
Some other shops that are in the sale are the Penny Pages, Sugar Pop Fizz,
Let's Plan It.
Okay, I've never heard of them, so that would be new to me. And Type A for Alexa.
What in the world? What in the smart house?
Okay.
That reminds me of that Disney movie with that smart house. Oh.
Sorry. Go ahead.
The Planner Monkey Co., Papershire. It's lots of big name shops that I've heard of, looked at, hoped I could touch their stuff, never ordered. Fill a cart, throw it away. So lots of sales, so be sure to check out all of them. But let's just go back to Frolicking Brains.
Wait, sorry, 1 second. Before we get to Frolicking Brains, can I redeem real quick Moxie Chick Studio? Just like real quick?
Yes.
I checked out their website, and I don't know exactly, I don't know exactly everything with the percentages. I would definitely double check that during the sale. But literally I just clicked on their website to see what they've got, and they have a bunch of these small quarter sheet kits that are either 50% off or more than 50% off for one of them is kind of fall themed. So that is the larger discounted one. From $8 to $3. There's another one called Midnight Margaritas, and it looks super cute, and it's discounted at 50% off. So I wonder if maybe some of the exclusions have to do with the already discounted items.
And I really love her. What do you call those contact cards? This is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love the
Midnight
Polaroid sticker pack. Midnight Margaritas seems kind of like a witchy theme. It's definitely her stuff is definitely cute, on the cuter side, from what I can see from the new releases. But I don't totally understand the numbers situation. But she has washi on sale that's 50%, over 50% off. And some dashboards that are $1. So I would definitely check it out if you're, interested in figuring out what was going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am. Now that I'm looking over it, I'm glad. See, this is why it's good to have friends on your side who like to actually research. Because I was like, what? No, click, bye. I was done.
Vanessa at Moxie Chick Studio did a lot of work getting all of those fucking shops up on the website. So I was like, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, let me just click through and see what's going on here.
Oh, yeah, and this washi is really cute. I might have to get that. I don't need no more washi.
I know, right? It's like $2 super cute washi. I don't know.
I think it's also important to buy from like your regular shops and then try a new one when it's like those massive sales.
Yeah. Oh,
try
yeah.
one that's kind of been in your radar anyways.
Mhm.
You'll be surprised.
No, definitely. I like to pick one or two from a sale and place a smaller order or sometimes a larger order to try out some new stuff for sure.
Yeah. Let me just add this to my cart.
I need you guys to do all the shopping because I'm still not shopping necessarily. I mean, you know, we have ways to do this, but we have to explain. We need to talk about these. When are these stickers going to ship? Because, you know, in my house, they can't ship till February.
For context, Monica is on a no-spend competition with her husband. So we are pro Monica's no-spend, and we are helping her in all ways possible, including, you know, little accidentally shipping to her ad for her.
Well, I actually helped Monica by buying her something so that she could experience new purchases, but not actually having it.
Yeah, well, this is the same man that thought for the longest time Christian Design was my BFF, and she sent me Happy Mail every month. So he's gotten smarter since then, but, you know.
Oh, not the old switcheroo.
I have my ways. I just have lots of plans. My parents' house, you know. We have our ways.
Please don't include the receipt with my order.
Okay, please. We are BFFs.
Please deliver between the hours of this and this, and do not hand it to him. Hand it to my mother-in-law.
Exactly. No, don't touch this package.
Y'all, I'm mad at you now because now I'm filling up my cart with things from her shop.
I mean, they're cute, right?
They really are. This little journaling kit. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. All right. So it is time. It is time. It is time. It is time.
Exactly. So today's a sad day on this cruise.
Oh, no.
As of we speak right now, our friend Mark's last day on the cruise.
Not
and
Mark
I've been here for Mark
Sebastian.
and all the drama he causes.
Wait, can you remind us who Mark is? Is he the guy who is allegedly paid to be to cause drama?
Yeah, he is our TikToker. He's our TikToker troll who has been amazing. Amazing. He's also the man that was only 5 minutes late this week for his reservation and got a phone call. Yeah. Man was showing me his cute outfit. And they called him to tell him he was 5 minutes late. He goes down to this restaurant. There's no one fucking in the damn restaurant. Really? You can't wait 5 minutes? Like, 5 minutes is like an entrance. Oh. Don't get me wrong. The entrance is amazing.
It probably took him 20 minutes to get down there, though. Those boats are huge.
But he also walked in with such a beautiful shirt of two girls kissing. Like, it was a gorgeous shirt. So people like me needed to see that during lunchtime. So I can, appreciate the life I don't have.
Right.
So I didn't need the 5 minute call down. I run on my own time. So 5 minutes what is 5 minutes?
Yeah. Mark Sebastian. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, who haven't been tuning in, we are keeping up weekly with the 9-month mayhem of the 9-month cruise, the 9-month world cruise, or is it the ultimate world cruise? Something like that.
The 9-month ultimate world cruise is the full name.
It is a 274-day cruise hosted by Royal Caribbean. People paid anywhere between $60,000 and $760,000. And I just found out that there was somebody who purchased each individual leg of the trip and actually only paid $30,000. I don't know how he did that, but shout out to the people using coupons on the cruise. Okay. And we have a host of characters. Mark Sebastian was one of the characters who was the TikToker, like she said, who was basically put on there because we said so. We said so. We asked for this. And now his leg of the trip is over.
Yes. We asked for this drama. And let me give you guys a range of these ages. People are like high up there in number. I found out today that there's 20 children. Reason number one, I would not be on this cruise. 20 children? No, thank you. Personally, no. I don't want to hear children on the cruise. I'm a teacher. When I'm on vacation, I don't need to hear little people unless I go to places where little people belong. Disneyland. But anyways, so, yeah, there's people older in age, younger in age, and then there's, like, TikTokers and 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. So the dynamics of it is a lot of the drama is, like, the frustration between the older people that are, like, seasoned cruisers that have, like, this gold plaque thing. I don't know how to describe it other than a gold star. And they think the world belongs to them, the cruise belongs to them. And then there's TikTokers who, because they have the following and that, they're an annoyance to other people. So.
Yeah, so, with cruises, they're so big, there's so many people on them that though it seems, it's big, but it seems so small. The kids are usually tucked away on excursions.
In kid club.
Yeah, adventures. My kid never went on he went sometimes, but for the most part, he stayed in the pool, and I went to the adult-only pool, you know what I'm saying? So it's not as bad as it may seem. It's not so bad, but I'm excited. I've been watching YouTube videos to keep me posted with all the people. I didn't realize that there were actually worker bees on the cruise who were encouraging who were like also recording and posting and all this stuff to TikTok too. And I think that makes it better. It's really like what do you call it? Reality TV. It's like really like reality TV that we get like input in, because of course they're going to do what we ask them to do, because now they know. So Royal Caribbean, from what I've seen, is actually like incorporating the TikTokers and stuff, and making them parts of the shows and stuff like that. So I think that's really fun.
Or bringing icebergs on so they can take pictures. Oh yeah, that happened this week, friends. That happened this week. They couldn't go to the iceberg, so they brought a piece of the iceberg to the boat.
How did they bring a part of the iceberg in? They just broke the ice and brought it on in?
I haven't seen that. I haven't figured out how it happened. I saw that it happened. I saw the pictures that people took on it. And quite honestly, when I originally saw the pictures, the way they took it, at least the people that I saw, because I follow some of these people on Instagram, because I'm this committed to my obsession currently. So I saw the pictures and I didn't realize it was on the boat. Today by Wednesday I realized that it was on the boat. And then they've also been dealing with a lot of, like, really bad weather. They've had multiple ports this week that they were unable to get to. So there's been, like, locations on on this cruise that they haven't even been able to get to port because of the ocean conditions. So there's that. And, like, you know, you'll hear people, I don't know if these people have, like recording their videos recording their phones at all times, or I'm not really sure, because they all recorded, like, when the captain was, like, making the announcement. I mean, I'm sure the captain makes announcements pretty regularly, but I don't know. They all recorded, so I don't know if the captain, like, says it more than once, so the people can, you know, act surprised, or I'm really seeing their real reaction, because, you know.
Okay, so on one of my last cruises, you know, I was a heathen, so I was actually outside on my balcony smoking marijuana. Okay, I just wanted to let that sink in.
Yep.
So the
You're on a cruise. What is a cruise for? I've never been on a cruise, but let me tell you, that would be the only way I would survive.
Well, it was pretty difficult. But you know, thanks to the balcony, it was cool. So the boat started pulling over. So long story short, there was a boat of refugees. And so, of course, once you see them, you can't leave them. So we had to, like, stay there and wait on the U.S. Who is it? Coast Guard?
Yeah.
So we had to wait on the Coast Guard. So anyway, the captain will make repeated announcements. A lot of times you may not hear them, though. So it might be like, what did he say? What was that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure you're getting the real-time reaction. Well, maybe not sure you're getting it, but a lot of times, even if they have repeated it, you might still be getting a real-time reaction because he may add additional information to what was said the first time. So he'll probably, like, repeat it, like, say it, and then repeat what was said, and then add a little bit, you know, more to it in order to, you know, give everyone clarification. Because we were there for a long time. We missed our flight, all kind of stuff.
No, damn.
Waiting on the Coast Guard to get back. Man, I'm gonna definitely. I have added some more characters to my character list. I found out who Little Rat Brain was, like you told me to.
Do you see why I love her?
No, I haven't seen anything from her, but the guy that I watched on YouTube did show her, but didn't show, like, one of her TikToks. So I'm gonna have to keep digging deeper. I'm really trying not to get a TikTok.
I will download them and send them to you via Facebook now that you're officially my Facebook friend.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, you guys. Tonight was a long one, and I really appreciate you guys sticking it out. Thank you for coming.
Wait, hold on. Before we stop, we on the ones that are playing Bingo Cruise, somebody got pregnant.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bingo. Okay.
Somebody got pregnant, so in order for us to get bingo as a whole community, there either needs to be a fist fight, or someone needs to die. So I'm hoping for the fist fight because, you know, we're not malicious. We don't need people to die, but.
So I remember from Coco's initial explanation, because I am so invested, that you're not allowed to get pregnant on the cruise, even though it's the 9-month mayhem cruise, which would be, like, you know, a gestation period for, like, a typical humanoid being.
Yeah, the person that got pregnant will be kicked off the cruise.
At the next port, or, like, at what point?
The next port.
I'm surprised they said something. Like, why not keep it quiet so you're not kicked off?
Yeah,
True that.
I wouldn't have said anything.
I don't know. I've never been pregnant, but the people that I know are pregnant. Your first 3 months are difficult, and they've been having some pretty rough waters. They haven't had the best weather. The wine ran out. Like, there's been food that's been running out. They've had some floodings. I mean, I've never been pregnant, but I don't think I would want to be on a cruise.
I was about to say, I've seen plenty of pregnant people on cruises. And they just eat all goddamn day because it's food all over, all day.
Yeah, but I believe that it was part of their contract not to get pregnant within that time.
Oh, okay. Well, which character is pregnant?
I don't know because, see, they're supposed to get to port. Well, they're supposed to get to Chile tomorrow, because that's where Mark Sebastian's supposed to get off. So they're supposed to get to. So if they do get, the person that got pregnant will walk off with Mark. I don't know who this is. I'm excited to know who this is.
What if it's one of them old ass white women?
Huh?
I said, what if it's one of them old ass white women?
Surprise! Get it, girl.
Surprise! You know they love to be fit and pregnant.
I'm curious how they enforce the pregnancy clause and, like, how they test for it. Like, do they have, like, a whole room of pregnancy tests that they make every uterus having attendee check for?
I don't know,
like,
I don't know, because I also heard, and now again, this is TikTok, so I haven't completely researched, but I've heard that people have gone off the ship and say that it's because of how bad the conditions are in the water and the illness, and because they have insurance, that means part of their cruise gets refunded, and they're saying maybe, I've walked down some conspiracy theories, so they're saying maybe it's fraud. So I don't know if you say you're pregnant, and then if you let them know you're pregnant, then you're protected by the insurance until you're off the boat. But if you don't tell them, then you do risk. I would assume. I mean,
right? Even if you get the insurance, though. I'm sorry, JC. Go ahead.
Oh, maybe the no pregnancy clause is really. I mean, I don't know. I'm speculating here, but like maybe it's a no pregnancy loophole, where instead of being like you will be banned from the cruise if you are pregnant, it's like you're not allowed to leave the cruise except under certain conditions. One of them being pregnancy.
Oh yeah. But
like,
even if you do get insurance on it, there is like you won't get your full money back, because even though we missed our flight, we were able to get another flight. I think we got they paid for the flight on that, but there was some percentage, like if you have to get off or whatever, if you don't make the boat, there's some percentage taken off because they lost money for people who could have been on.
Yeah, my grandma, when my grandma passed away, when my mom, her sister, and her brother were on a cruise. So they had to get off the cruise to fly back to the U.S. They took a cruise to Mexico, so they literally had to fly off, get off the cruise, pay a fee to get off the cruise, and then from there get a flight to come back. But my brother, my cousin, his wife, my dad, and the rest of the party could not, because they were not immediate family of the person who deceased. So
that is
I know that cruises contracts are kind of shady, and then my parents had a year that they had to finish that cruise. Like they had to completely finish the cruise because they didn't get their money back.
Yeah. So they'll let you take another one. But I mean, that happened with my sister too. My sister had one the last time we had for Christmas for 2019, but she was too sick to go. And so the doctors wouldn't sign off on her to be able to go. And so, we had to, transfer it over, get the money back, that kind of thing. So, yeah. For the most part, Royal Caribbean is pretty good. And Carnival. Because they wouldn't be in business this long if they weren't, somewhat good.
No. That's what I'm thinking. Like, these days it kind of seems like contracts, if you sign them, you kind of, maybe it's something they agree to. I don't know. I personally wouldn't
maybe
sign
all
that,
I can say is it is some mayhem. 9 months worth of mayhem.
Regardless, I feel like it's a huge risk. Like, how much is it? Like you said, the lowest cost is like $30,000 if you buy everything individually, like with coupons, and maybe like change your room 50 times. Like,
yeah, he has to get off the boat, get on the boat, off the boat, on the boat.
Right. Like, that it's still a ton of money and a lot of risk involved in all of that. Like, given, I don't know, just like given like how much time and how much money is at stake on both sides, probably.
And also a lot of the people that are on that boat sublease their homes or like are renting their homes, or some people even sold their homes. So like, there was a lot of monopoly pieces moving to get on that cruise. So wouldn't have been my choice, but also we don't, when it comes, at least in my opinion, when it comes to pregnancy, it's not your timing. It's, other beings' timing. So there's that too,
Yeah, for sure. And you don't always know, like, how your body is going to respond, even if you've been, pregnant a number of times. Like, I would not like to be on the North Sea. I'll just say that much.
Like, you could not pay me enough to get on that North Sea. This
whole
cruise,
Drake
my husband keeps
crazy.
Yeah, my husband keeps telling me to stop watching this cruise drama because he's like, you're never gonna get on a damn boat. Like, every time you watch this, you're killing our chances.
It's really making me it's actually making me want to be on the cruise so bad at Christmas. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do dilemma-wise, but it's making me, like, I want to go. I want to be somewhere. I want to go.
I feel like this is like an untapped closed circle mystery location. Like, maybe I just don't know enough about closed circle mysteries or, like, mysteries in general as, like, a genre. But I feel like a lot of mysteries, it's like they're still in Sherlock Holmes era. Like, they're still, like, in, like, manor houses. No. Get on a cruise. Like, I need a, like a closed circle.
A cruise mystery? Murder game? A cruise murder game?
Yeah.
Cruise murder mystery. Come on. Like
I would read the fuck out of that book.
Where it's like half like reality show type drama and then half like, oh my gosh, we discovered a dead body. Like, nope, we can't go into port until we find, or like, countdown till when we go into port to try to figure out this next clue. And like, I feel like movies have done the plane version of that, where it's like, before we land, like, we need to figure out who did this so that we can arrest them while we're still on technically, U.S. or like international space, like airspace. But like, I feel like a cruise would be surely, okay, if any of y'all listening know of books like that, let us know, because I need to add them to my TBR.
I was just about to say, have you read 9 Perfect Strangers?
I have not.
Leanne Moriarty. You've got to listen to the audio. It's hilarious.
I'm adding that to my reading list.
You should. You should absolutely do it. It's not the same, but it's close. It's close now.
So I do have a possibility, if this cruise goes accordingly, at some point they're going to make a stop in Los Angeles. I live in Los Angeles, so if community would like, I can possibly sacrifice a day and, get some footage of this boat.
Oh my god! Wait, what would you do? Like interviews with folks from the as they're getting off, or like what?
Look,
what are we thinking?
Yes, I could. I don't know. Oh, yeah, totally. I would.
I can get you a shirt for Real Talk, Real Plans, so they'll know that it's real.
Yeah. I'll pass out some Frolicking Brain stickers. We gotta get this. We gotta take advantage. I gotta deal with all this goddamn LA traffic. We gotta take advantage.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, where they would stop is one of my old stomping grounds where I used to, in my 20s party a lot. So I can give them some suggestions of where to go and what to do.
Yeah, party tips, some stickers for their living space, maybe a notebook in case they want to keep their own notes about what's going on.
My husband's an Uber driver and we do have a camera, so we can offer rides too.
Yeah, immediately, right?
Look, we got a wave.
That taxi show where they would record it. What they call it on HBO?
Oh,
Taxi Cab Confessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be Uber Confessions. These are my confessions.
I'm here for it. Let's do it. Hell yeah.
We just need them to get to LA. I mean, I really don't want them in LA that long because, we got enough people here, but I don't need them here that long. I just need them enough, come, arrive, get back on your boat. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
No need to visit Disney. It's fine.
Find the airport, get out of here. I don't know where you're going, but get out. I just want to meet you.
I'm here for it. Let's do it.
All right.
But also the person that's pregnant, they haven't really stopped at port, so maybe she'll be, they're pregnant. So she will be there longer than she wants to be because they have to get to a port before she can get off.
She's probably crying her ass out because she don't want to get off that damn boat.
Girl, I don't know if you guys seen Dr. Jenny, but she's been talking about all the rocky and nauseous she's been having.
That makes a lot of sense. Also, if you can't drink, I feel like that, limits some.
I mean, she's also pregnant, so I want to say when you're pregnant, you also can have sushi, right? Raw fish. I know there's a sushi restaurant on board. I know people were complaining because some people are gluten free and they couldn't there wasn't very much free gluten free snacks or free food that was gluten free. So that was a complaint.
That's a.
There is life without alcohol, just for the record.
There definitely is.
No, that there's life without alcohol. I feel like, for me, when I imagine being on a cruise, drinking is a big part of it. But I know that people can have fun without alcohol.
I mean, yeah, but they even have AA meetings on the boats.
That makes actually a lot of sense because you're around a bunch of people who are drinking.
Yeah. And one thing I will say about not drinking is when you get around drunk people, it's like you on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? If you're not drinking, it's like, oh. I really supposed to laugh at this joke 40 times.
Yeah, I've limited my drinking since October, coming towards this year. And I have noticed that social situations where people are drinking, I'm more annoyed of the fact that I realize that I'm cold. Say we're at a bar, I realize that I'm cold. I kind of realize the music's too loud. So, right. I kind of, I guess I remember how old I am and not how old I think I am because of the tequila shots, So.
Yeah. definitely feel you on all that notice and shit. You like, what the fuck is this? I can't even imagine going on a cruise and not drinking. But I know
my friends that are not drinkers, I have noticed, I don't know, again, I live on TikTok. So if you've seen the water TikTok little packets, there's one of them that's like a Sonic Ocean. It looks exactly like an Adios, because on Thursday I drank that the whole night and people thought I was drinking Adioses. Shout out to the bartender that hooked me up with water and cherries.
Absolutely. I told you I had my Shirley Temple tonight.
I mean, I couldn't afford a Shirley Temple. It was the day before payday, but
But you know what the other thing is? I think if you got on a cruise not knowing you were pregnant, you probably did plan to drink. And then if you can't drink, then it makes you miserable.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also with all the sickness, I'm sure you don't know you're pregnant. Like, I wouldn't be taking a pregnancy test. I would just be thinking, it's rocking, I'm nauseous, I'm seasick, because it's true. They could have not been pregnant when they got on the cruise.
Yeah.
Or at least not known they were pregnant.
Probably eating all kind of nasty shit.
My question is, were they pregnant when they got on? Like, was it just, maybe they took a test and didn't, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but, or is the daddy on the boat?
Listen, I'm here for it. Is the daddy on the boat, and are you not the daddy? Is the daddy a different daddy than who you came with?
So we're walking off this boat in LA, and we're walking to Murray. I mean, we're dropping off at the right station, at the right state,
Yes.
the right location for that.
Maury, we need to know.
Murray,
okay.
Jose Luis and Censura, we can make it a little more spicier,
Wait, but they've only been on the boat for 4 weeks, right?
No. They've been on for almost 2 months now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's possible.
Yeah.
Definitely possible.
It's like a month and a half for sure.
Mhm.
But
it's about 2 months, because they got on after, they were on there for Christmas, weren't they?
Yeah, they were on for Christmas. I want to say they got their letters in November 23rd. I think they got on maybe December 10th.
Yeah, it was in December.
They're selling your house.
Yeah, I know they had already had to pay for it, but they got a welcome box. So people were doing unboxings on TikTok. Yeah.
Because people had paid for it over 2 years. I actually was on a live earlier today, with one of my favorites, and she was stating that her family is a family of 4 that's on it, and her family was stating that her family had paid it for 2 years in advance.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because $30K is you need a long payment plan window for that.
But I know some people did, once they found out about it and they kind of were advertising a little bit more, some people did kind of drop the ball and didn't plan as well.
That would be a really fun question for a future episode of this segment, is how would you plan for this kind of a cruise?
What planner supplies would you take? That's my question.
Yeah. But also, how would you, what would you even, my mind is, exploding in chaos with all of the things that you would have to, coordinate and, figure out and,
Well, the pineapple lady today told us, because they asked about her prescriptions, because, again, she's a little bit on the older side, so she's on some kind of medication, 2 medications actually. So she said her doctor was able to give her a year's supply of one specific medication, but her second medication, she has a handwritten prescription. And prior to the cruise, she called every place that they dog. for her to be able to pick up her, like, permission for her to be able to pick up her medication. But her and her doctor were able to do that. And then she's walking around with the handwritten, prescription. But also, they're traveling internationally. Like, I'm sure medication is not easy to find or easy to get, or it's the same.
Doctors, like, the recognition of doctors' credentials isn't always the same from country to country. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't have my doctor prescribe. So I take Vyvanse for ADHD and Adderall, and, like, I didn't have my doctor. So I was in Germany for 3 years, and I thought I was only going to be there for 9 months. And so, but then the pandemic happened in the middle of that. And I had planned to fly back to the U.S. Like, I had planned my conference schedules and my break schedules so that every 3 months I could come back and get a refill of my meds. But I, like, looked into it, and, like, my doctor couldn't prescribe something. Like, I couldn't pick stuff up from Germany from my doctor in the U.S. because, like, German pharmacies don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, any listeners or like Monica, if you've tried to fill anything, because I know that you travel internationally between California and Mexico a lot, but like it wasn't even on my radar that I could ask, and, like, my doctor definitely didn't bring it up that I could, like, get a prescription from her and fill it in Germany.
Yeah. I know for, like, I know Mexico, their medication, you because of the way their medical system works, you can pretty much buy medication as long as you have the money for it. You don't necessarily, or you just go see one of their doctors and then you get the prescription. But again, the cities I've dealt with in Mexico where I've gotten medication are border cities, so they're border towns. So in other words, like, it's a little, they can accommodate a little better. I know that when there was a medication where when I injured myself and got stitches and had dissolvable stitches, but I still traveled to Mexico, and then ended up having issues with the stitches in Mexico. When I was in Mexico and the doctors there, like, I had to ask them to remove the stitches, and one of the doctors there did kind of give me a little bit of a hard time because of the work here. So we basically had to, I was in a little small town. It was in Guadalajara, so it's kind of like more middle of Mexico instead of a border city. So instead of the little town where I was at, I had to travel to the big city where they were able to contact, like, my doctor and, like, realize they were asking what kind of stitches they were because they were supposed to be dissolvable and didn't. So it was like a human error. But anyways, they were able to do that. But again, I think because I was in an area that had, like, a lot of U.S. connections, so it was a little bit easier. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and there's also, like, translation. I mean, I know that they do have, like, translation stuff, but it's also, like, even, like I wasn't sure that actually Adderall, it's a composite of two different, like, amphetamine salts, and it is unavailable. Like, one of those salts is unavailable in Germany. Like, it's, like, banned. And so, like, I had to get Vyvanse is available there. It has a different name, but the pills all look the same. So I imagine it's created by the same company. Now that there's a generic, it's probably a little bit different. But in any case, like, Adderall is unavailable there, and I had to take a different, like, one of the salts instead of both of the salts. And it had, like, a noticeable, like, there was a noticeable difference. Like, I was much more irritable. And, like, I got headaches a lot worse and stuff when I just took that one for my, like, booster. So I don't know. It's really, I mean, I'm glad that she was able to coordinate all of that. I feel like
But because the crew's not being able to, because of weather, not being able to stop at these docks, it screws them.
Right, because they need to, like, medications. And, yeah, no, that's a really good point. especially if it's like, you know, meds that you really need to function. I mean, hopefully they also have some like, you know, backup or some like extra stock that they've like, you know, made a little stockpile or something. I don't know if that is legal or if I should say that, but you know what I mean? So that, you know, just in case something like that happens, they're still able to access their meds. But that is kind of scary to think about. And definitely something that, you know, you would need to put a lot of forethought and like planning into.
Yeah, I take so much damn medicine, child. Whew, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
Like, what? Y'all want me to take all these and a CPAP machine and an oxygen tank and a this and a that? No, I ain't doing it. Get somebody else to do it.
You know, it's interesting that you bring up the sleep app machine because my husband sleeps with a sleep app machine, and he was telling me he's been on the sleep app machine when we've gone to trips and we're at a higher elevation, because we live in California, but when we go up to New Mexico, which has a higher elevation, his sleep app machine is different. And I can only imagine having a sleep app machine on a cruise. Like, would it affect it? Would it make a difference? I don't know.
Well, cruise would be, it's sea level elevation. Well, that's a really good question. Is sea level the same everywhere? I don't imagine that there's a huge variety of elevation, but there is a huge variety of like atmospheric conditions and stuff that could affect it.
And then my husband, which as much as he hates this cruise, he comes up with some amazing questions. But he also said, well, you know, a lot of those people are older, and he found out that one of the persons is a veteran, and he goes, well, you know, well, as a veteran himself, he gets a check from the VA, but he has to be in order for him to get the checks, like he has to be in certain parts of the world. So he's wondering, like, if he's on a cruise, does that person still get their check if they're in different countries? Like, is that cruise considered the U.S. because it's U.S. land, because it's a cruise from the U.S., or is it considered, like, for example, like, if they're stopping at Chile, is it Chile? So that means if his VA check comes on the day that they're in Chile, he doesn't get his check?
I'm sure it's just direct deposited into his U.S. account. Yeah. Okay, you guys, we have 90 seconds.
All right. Well,
so I would like to thank everyone for calling and this wonderful discussion. This 9-month mayhem. Okay, listen, lady, don't be rushing me. 9-month mayhem cruise is really amazing, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. Thank you so much, Monica, for tuning in. For calling in and helping us out since Coco was on vacation, cruising and enjoying her best life. Thank you so much, JC, for all that you do. Everybody go check out frolicandbrains.etsy.com. Use code Erica22 until you, or Monica22, Moni22,
Moni22.
Yeah, or Candace22, whatever. Use somebody code until the sale. The sale is this weekend, January 26th through 28th. Be sure to log in and check my LinkedIn tree. Real Talk with ReRe. Okay, lady, I get it. 10 seconds. Okay, y'all keep it messy and never malicious. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.